Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Okay, Puddles has come to join us tonight. Again, welcome to the Rhonilg channel. I am Rhoni, and tonight we are going to be talking about the principle of vibration. And it is inspired by the ancient wisdom of the Hermetic philosophies. And first off, let me thank you for joining and listening to the great information. And if you would not mind liking, subscribing, and sharing the video, it helps the channel to grow, and then the sentient souls around the Etherville are able to view and gain this wonderful information that I'm sharing with you tonight. Now on with the show. Okay, so the principle of vibration, it is one of the 7 universal laws that we are actually going over. And the principle of vibration states that nothing rests, everything moves, and everything vibrates. This means that everything in existence on this planet has a frequency, it has a vibration, and it can be changed and influenced by our thoughts, emotions, and actions. That's basically speaking of manifestation and the law of attraction. Now, the principle of vibration is designed to help you raise your vibration and align with your true self. Excuse me. It also explains the differences between the manifestations of matter, energy, mind, and spirit, resulting from the various states of vibration. Because basically, a good example would be hot and cold. It's actually the same thing. It's just a different degree of temperature. The lower the degree of the temperature is colder. The higher the degree of the temperature is hotter. But it is still the same thing. It just vibrates. It's the same temperature, means of temperature. It just vibrates at a different frequency, thereby having cold and hot. A way for us to differentiate between the different degrees of the temperature. Now, in knowing that the all, which is pure spirit, and down to the grossest form of matter, all is in vibration. And as I said, the higher the vibration, the higher the position on the scale. Think of musical notes, for example. The lower the tone, the less vibration. The higher the tone, the more vibration. Now, the principle of vibration, as I said, basically states that everything in existence has a frequency. It has a vibration. And it's changed by our thoughts, emotions, and our actions, which is why it is so important for you to take account of the thoughts that you are thinking. Now, if we look at the principle of vibration and musical notes as related concepts in the science and the art of sound, according to the principle of vibration, everything in the universe has, as I said, a frequency and a vibration that can be influenced. Now, musical notes are sounds that have specific frequencies and pitches, and they can also affect our mood, our perception, and our cognition, because everything is related. One way to demonstrate the connection of the principle of vibration and music notes is using water bottles. Same size water bottles, different amounts of water in each bottle. And I don't know if they do this in school, but we learned this in science. But basically, you have the different bottles of water lined up with different levels of water in the bottle. And as you blow on the top of the bottle, you create a wave in the water that travels through the air inside the bottle. Now, the length of the air within the bottle, okay, determines the natural frequency of the bottle, and the amount of water affects the length of the air column. The more water, the shorter the column. The less water, the higher, the longer the column. And by changing this water level, you change the pitch of the sound produced by the bottle. And I'm not a doctor, but this is a very good second explanation for the principle of vibration. If you use tuning forks, okay, the tuning fork has specific frequencies, and the tuning fork corresponds to the musical notes of A, B, and C. Now, when you strike a tuning fork, however you strike it, and you bring it near another object that has the same frequency, the same natural frequency, mind you, such as another tuning fork, that would be the best way. Or a string, you could use a string too. The object, i.e. the extra tuning fork or the string, it will start to vibrate and it will resonate with the first tuning fork. Now, this phenomenon basically shows you how vibration can transfer energy and create harmony, which is manifestation also. Now, the principle of vibration and musical notes, they're both fascinating topics, and they help us to understand the nature of sound and its effects on ourselves and the world around us. The principle of vibration is a Hermetic philosophy, and it's meaningful and it is very empowering. And I personally love how the principle of vibration makes me feel, because when I utilize the principle of vibration within myself, I'm able to recognize a difference in the types of energy that I am feeling in relation to other people, other environments, different objects that I may be around, whether it be a building or a sidewalk, a park. It's just a matter of utilizing the principle of the universe, the principle of vibration, to understand what is beneficial for your life and what is not. And when you are able to work the principle of vibration in your life, in addition to using the other principles as well, your means of manifesting your desires will come to fruition due to the fact that you're recognizing the degrees of vibration that you as an individual are vibrating at. And as you continually raise up in your degree of vibration, you will manifest more in your life as a result. Basically, that's simply a way for me to explain the principle of vibration with you guys. And if you viewers, OG subscribers, have any examples of the principle of vibration in your life, please feel free to leave them in the comments and we can talk about them more on a different day, and I would definitely respond back no matter what. And let me see. I don't think there is more, of course, more detailed, and it's actually in the book, the Kabbalah, the Three Initiates, that you can, of course, delve more into. But if there is something that I like to let you guys, be aware of when it comes to the law of vibration, because science teaches us that all matter manifest, because all matter is on a different degree. Because in some degree, the vibrations, they arise. Like I was saying with heat and cold. From temperature to heat or to cold. Now, whether an object is cold or hot, both being the degrees of the same thing, temperature, it can manifest certain heat vibrations that are, in a sense, motion and vibration. And I don't want to get too scientific, but when particular kinds of matter are composed in a specific state of constant vibration or lack thereof, the movement around those objects and the vibrations against each other, the molecules, they are composed of atoms, and when they are in a state of constant movement and vibration, those atoms, which are composed of electrons, ions, etc., they are in a state of rapid motion, and they're revolving around each other, which manifest a varied state and mode of vibration, which determines whether you're feeling cold or heat. And this basically is just another means of me explaining the forms of different matters manifesting through vibration. And I'm hoping that helps, if the other examples didn't, to understand the Hermetic philosophy of the principle of vibration. I'm thinking I don't want to get too scientific right now. So I'm thinking I'm trying to make my examples to the point to where they're, you know, universal understanding for all my wonderful sentient souls that are out there. And if you've watched this far, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, because like I said, it helps the channel grow, and we like it when the channel grows, because then more sentient souls are able to listen and learn. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave it at that, because that pretty much is a great explanation of what the principle of vibration is. The only other thing I'd like to say is when it comes to reflecting on the principle of vibration, you know, it's a wonderful phenomenon that we all are a part of. Whether we utilize the principle or not, that's totally different story. However, the phenomenon is still there for us to learn and manifest through, and the power is learned through you know, by the masters and the adepts of the Hermetic philosophies, and who are able to set aside the laws of nature and use the laws of the universe in a way against each other. Because then you're able to accomplish the results that you are personally looking for, to change vibrations in particular objects or forms of energy, and basically perform what, you know, humans refer to as miracles. So, you know, the next time you hear a miracle happening, just know that the principle of vibration is in full effect, and you have that power to make that miracle come to fruition if you want to. So the Hermetic writers, the old Hermetic writers, they have always said, he who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power. That being said, if you have enjoyed watching this video and you have learned something about the principle of vibration, all I ask is that you give the video a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, the Rhonilg channel, and look for more videos as this one, because we do still have more principles that I'd like to go over. And our next one actually is going to be, I believe, I don't want to say the wrong thing, so hold on a second. I'm thinking it's the, I would have told you the wrong thing. I'm sorry, couldn't even see me. Yeah, definitely would have told you the wrong thing, because next week we are going to be talking about the principle of polarity, and that really discusses, we'll really be discussing more of the differences in the poles of different matter, objects, stuff like that. I'm just going to leave it there, and we're going to get into that next week. Other than that, my friends, not only do I love you for being here and hanging out in the safe space with all of us wonderful sentient souls. But I do want to let you know something. You need to be gentle to yourself. You need to be gentle to others. And most importantly, always be the standard that you know you are. Have a wonderful evening and a super duper weekend. Over and out, friends.